Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect live here on the Dukect Lounge. Man, how you doing this Wednesday? All the audio stuff trying to take me down, but I am still here because that is what I am, a professional, somewhat professional here live on the talkshoe.com. And before we continue on, because we got some stories here, some good stuff, some bad stuff, and things in between, and all the good stuff here. We're going to be talking about a little story here before we get into all the crazy stuff. But before we do, remember, you can call into the show. As always, it is 724-444-7444. Once again, you want to call into the show. The number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. And we got a caller here and everything here, because before we get into the stuff, because we're going to be talking a little bit about the interesting story in gaming as EA has bought another game studio. And we got someone here very interesting. Introduce yourself, sir, and unmute you here. Say hello to the world.
Hello. Just to keep my identity secure, I'm going to use my username. I'm Shinyongo the Dragon Slayer, if that is fine.
Oh, that's sure, man. Hey, that's cool. Dragon Slayer, a person who has been on CCS, Session Cat Studio live streams, the Patreon live streams, really cool dude. Also has been a frequent watcher of my Let's Plays. Thank you so much for watching them. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of that, not by live stream Let's Plays. I'm not going too far into sellout territory yet. But I will be doing a Mass Effect 2 live stream tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, and we will be doing that tomorrow afternoon. We're going to do some Project Overlord. We're going to do that live stream. We're going to do that. We're going to do Project Overlord tomorrow on. You can find it on YouTube, Dukect/YouTube. You also can find us on Twitch, Smashcast, and on Periscope. So there is legitimately no excuse for me to check in. So I'm going to be all over that. And speaking of Mass Effect, BioWare and EA, there's been, like I said before, EA has bought a studio from the co-creator of Halo, Industrial Toys. And Dragon Slayer, you seem to be interested in this subject.
Oh yeah. Well, I honestly haven't heard this developer until now, so before this I did some research. Like, of course, it's from the co-creator of Halo. This is actually the third company he founded, because, after he sold Bungie to Microsoft, he founded this other company that he sold to Disney. I'll try to look it up again, just to get a reminder of what it is. But basically the point is that this third company, Industrial Toys, basically he wanted to do kind of some Halo-like FPS shooters for the iPad. Not like full-scale like Halo, but in terms of the gameplay. Basically in his words, he basically saw some potential in the iPad for FPS type games. As he put it, the ability to touch any pixel on the screen. And recently, he has sold it to EA, and EA, in their words, intend to, quote-unquote, create unique gaming experiences with this company. Though I assume by unique gaming experiences, they mean tons and tons of microtransactions, although that's already on mobile games, so.
Well, it's a lot of this stuff is, and this is it's interesting about this because Midnight Star. Funny thing is that they're not only, they actually did the whole, thing about Midnight Star. This pretty much this game that pretty much is a Renegade FPS and such, but not only that, but they also have a graphic novel, written by John Salasy and illustrated by a person who Mike Choe, if I hope I pronounce his name right. I'm not much into the comic book game, but he did very noticeable work. He has worked for the PS penciled in the X-23 Target X miniseries. He did some Uncanny X-Men. Um, and he has done many other illustrations in the comic book industry of both Marvel and DC. So that's something really interesting is how these things are branded, and with industry toys, industrial toys being working on these type of midnight the stuff on smartphones, you have to wonder what is going to be the future of this, because I see this more into, since they are doing Command and Conquer Mobile, I just see they're going to probably stretch more of the IPs that were once dead. They're going to use this company and such, what they bought to push ideas and put these shooters and such into they're going to put this into I think I would not be surprised. I will see EA use this as a launching pad to have, for example, Mass Effect, Ultima, Dead Space. I would not be surprised if you will see this in the mobile, and seeing how this is going to be, what's going to occur.
Well, that wouldn't be too far off, considering, I think BioWare did once make this mobile Ultima game, a few years back. So that's certainly a possibility. And in the case of Mass Effect, that's probably the only option right now, considering Andromeda wasn't the hit they wanted it to be.
Well, I honestly think there is a way to get Mass Effect back. Fans back into it. Rumor, some would say that maybe since I looked at some old articles about, I think there was an old article by Gaming Revolution. Here you go. I think I already talked about this. Is that they since this past February, EA released Burnout Paradise Remastered. Basically, saying, they're not going to do quote unquote easy money with remasters or remakes. But now, when you look at something like this, they might actually take an idea to remake the trilogy, since people seem to really like this thing, and they say they don't want to end the series. They want to make sure the series continues. I think this will be a way to, I wouldn't be surprised to see the remastering of Mass Effect in 2019 or 2020, if they really are going to.
Okay. Remaster it for new consoles, or for mobile games, considering?
I don't think you could do Mass Effect remastered on the mobile. It will be really awkward.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good point.
But I think you can do. I think you will see it for the Xbox. I think not the Xbox One, the Xbox One S over stuff. I would not be surprised you see this in 2020. You'll have an announcement or something like that. We'll probably have for the PS5. Maybe that will be a way for, Sony will probably be like, okay, we want to push this for the PS5. But back to the point of this little thing, this EA buying the studio. Some people, and I think a lot of people, have been a bit hesitant and such about this. Is even myself. Is that how long before EA drains this company of dry, and then it becomes disbanded and joins the basically all of the defunct companies under the EA banner. How long before it becomes the next about Bullfrog or
Games.
Yeah, Visual Games and such.
The people who did Dead Space. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. This might. I'm not sure. Also, I'm not sure if EA still does this, but didn't EA for the mobile games, they used to deliberately make it where if you try to get, if you, like, within a mobile game, you know how there's, like, the 5-star rating for mobile games, if they still do that? Like,
No.
what EA would do is, like, do you want to rate this 5 stars or not? And if you did not, they would have a message that said, okay, we'll listen to your feedback, but not actually lead you to the page where you rate the game. So basically, deliberately trying to make it where most of the manipulate the 5-star rating by making it where, like, most of the reviews that get posted are 5 stars by basically essentially tricking people.
Well, if that's the case, if they do, I think that since the internet is such big and vast, you have a lot of people will eventually voice out their frustrations on it, be it blogs, Twitter, Facebook, all these stuff. I mean, if you could just try to hide it, you're not going to hide bad reviews, no matter how goofy or anything else. I mean, even great games and stuff will get like really bad. Can get knocked with these type of video essays and such. I mean, I'm checking out some of these stuff right now. Let me see who's the guy I'm looking up right now. Really good dude who looked at the entire Mass Effect series and other stuff. Let's see. He doesn't need the shout out because he's got more subscribers than me and I think even Seshcat Studios combined. Come on, computer, where is it? Ray Shivik, I can't pronounce his name. He just looked into the entire thing about Mass Effect and how good, bad, or anything else there. So you will probably have to, there's always going to be criticism of these things. There's always going to be a criticism. There's always going to be people who will look critically into any other type of medium in media and such. So it's not going to be like, oh, they're going to be 5 stars. They're going to just hide it out like what Netflix is doing. You're still going to have people writing, blogs. They're still going to be writing reviews on websites and on, Facebook, on Twitter, on anything else. There's always going to be people who rate the title up and down. So you're not going to stop that type of stuff. So
okay,
yeah, that's what I see about that. Anything else about this subject that seems to be want to talk about? Because I think this subject here is interesting, and I want to see if we have any other good stuff from for your end, Dragon Slayer.
So you know how you said that your daughters out there will try to use this as just to make mobile games of their already owned IPs like Mass Effect, Ultima, and stuff and such.
Yeah, I see them doing that. And the mobile is not terrible. I mean, I believe that if the game is good enough, any type of medium or anything else like that, you can make a good game out of it. You can make a very good game. You can make a, regardless of the platform. So it's always there. You can always make something like that. So I don't think it's like mobile equals bad. There are also really good games on mobile, and I enjoy them. There's some games on mobile I like. But at the end of the day, I think this stuff here will, I think the whole mobile thing has been a bit ironed out a bit. Like there's nothing left in there. It just seems like it's all people see from mobile is just like a quick cash grab or something. If you want any type of IP, is looked as like, okay, it's just a cash grab. This is a dead franchise. I don't know what else can they do to change that. Maybe Command and Conquer can change it, but they have a lot of work to do.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, in all honesty, I see mobile games and console or PC games as completely as different markets. Like, I know they're treated as being competition, but I see them as different markets. And console games and PC games, you play more in the long term, while mobile games are kind of more on the short term. Like, you kind of get a quick 5 minutes or so, and you can swap it out and download another game if that's what you're in the mood for. That's kind of how I see it. Like, I know this isn't related to this, but
that is a good point. Anyway, Dragon Slayer, is there anything else you got to say?
not really. Like, I think this is all I have to say on the subject, and I'm not very familiar on the wrestling stuff that's next, so I'll probably go if this part of the talk is gonna end soon.
Oh yeah, that's okay, man. That's all right. That's okay then. Hey man, hey, it's not. I mean, that's all right, man. We'll talk later, all right?
All right. It was nice being on here. Have a good night.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Well, that was an interesting conversation. That's interesting, from Dragon Slayer. Thank you so much for the call. And by the way, if anyone else want to call in, remember the phone number, as always, is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Duke CT, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. And with that, we're going to take a small little break. We're going to be listening to let's listen to some music. Let's listen to some, yes, let's listen to a little bit of Speeding Towards Adventures, 25 years of Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's listen to some, let's listen to something really good. How about some Underwater Jog from Sonic Colors, Bowler Hat featuring Audio Fidelity. We'll listen to that, and we'll be after that we'll take a review of the latest Lucha Underground episode, Sacrificio. Yes. Anyway, we'll be right back right after this, and hope you enjoy the tunes. We're here live on TalkShoe.com. Remember, you can, if not listen to me, you can also listen to this to iTunes. Listen to MP3 on iTunes. You can also get this on YouTube.com/DukeCT, the video portion of the podcast. We are, also on BitChute.com and on ManicExpression.com and on FreakingAwesomeNetwork.com as well. Hey, thank you so much for watching and listening. This is the Dukect Lounge live here on TalkShoe.com. We'll be right back right after this. Enjoy the music here live on TalkShoe.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here on the Dukect Lounge. And, Lucha Underground. What a show, ladies and gentlemen. Whew! It was hot. My gosh, Lucha Underground. What a great show. The review, episode, I think the 5th one, Sacrificio. I'm actually loving this season. Seriously, this is to me, a really good series. This, to me, just the way they have, really did a great job. I honestly love the way this episode has, episode 4, season 4, episode 5, Sacrificio. just really everything the show is building up to, and it's just everything on the show. And I love the reason I love it is just the pacing and the action of Lucha Underground. Everyone on the show matters. Everyone. Everybody matters, and regardless of what your stature is, you are a part of the show. There's a part of the show that you are like, wow, this is again something that I always love about Lucha Underground is because of all these type of again, every show person matters, from the high ups to mid card to low card. And right now, let's get into the show itself. First things first, we have the Antonio Cueto coming out and addressing to the crowd, and we had Cortez Castro come out, and he's like, well, he says, rumor has it that that's not your real name. Rumor has it that you're a cop. And leading on to other shows, the previous seasons, that pretty much he was a undercover cop. And now in this type of way, in this interesting. We're back. Sorry about that. Had to talk to someone. Anyway, back to Lucha Underground. Let's see. We had yes. But yes, the Matanza versus Cortez Cueto, and man, that was not really it was pretty much a squash match. And after that, he beat him up, and he says, and then sacrificed him to the gods, retelling what happened last week to what happened to Mr. Spectacular. He's gone too. So sacrifice the arena darkens, and then boom, after he pins, and boom, he's gone. So that was quick. Not much you can say about that. Next up is Evil East versus Joey Ryan in a pretty decent match. It was more of a comedy angle. Joey Ryan not taking Evil East seriously. And then, boom, it just, she beats him down. Of course, Joey Ryan, the king of sleaze, had a decent match. And Joe Ryan got some good stuff, good stuff in there. But overall, it was Evil East that won today. But Evil East showed some really good moves. This was decent, not something was earth shattering. It was a really okay match. Evil East wins. She wins. She's now part of the whole. She has a medallion that she can move on to get the Gift of the Gods Championship. Next, to me, was a really good match. To me, probably the best match of the night in the Temple. Probably one of the best matches of the year. Because it was a three-way dance for a medallion for the Gift of the Gods Championship. But Antonio Cueto made it more interesting, as he made another medallion for a person who did not get pinned, who doesn't lose, will have a medallion, and the loser gets nothing. So Torrance gets pinned or submits, and this match was really good, high energy, high action, and quite honestly, even though it wasn't as long as and I gotta say this, and I know people have said this thousands of times, and every time we watches it, the match is so much. Even though this show was an hour, it basically, this three-way dance has been better than most WWE matches all year. It's been better most, if not all year, because There's a story. There's something interesting about it. The three trios champions, how the chemistry's going to move forward, what's going to happen, and the storylines after the match. I mean, Killshot is acting more aggressive lately after winning the trios championship and seeing how it is. And now you have Mac, who's trying to win the Lucha Underground. He's been his journey of him winning the Lucha Underground championship. The Mac has a, like I said, the Mac is to the crowd. He always comes up short. He's just this, oh, what is he going to do it one of these days? Will he finally do it? You know, that type of underdog character. He wins, but he never seems to win the big one. That sort of thing. And it's always like, oh, he comes just short. And it really is sad. And then you have, well, the same characteristic of Son of Havoc. Another guy who basically comes up short so many times. And it's just interesting type of stuff there with Mac and how these two characters and such, and, how that's going to work out. It's very interesting. And the match goes on, and let me tell you something. The chemistry of these guys are great. And honestly, it's funny. The Trios champions has, since season 4, they have fought against each other more often than not. They have fought, they have beaten each other up more times they defended the Trios championships. I don't know, man. That's hilarious. Anyway, the match, there were some really good moves here, including some a nice little fireman. Was it fireman's carry? And nice moves from I think from Killshot, Son of Havoc, and Mac. Really good stuff. And the end of the match was really good. The end of the match. The end of the match, you had Mac come in. You have Killshot first hits. Anyway, Killshot hits his finishing move. Wham! Hits it. It looks like it's over, but then Mac hits the stunner, and he hesitates. Who's gonna pin? He's gonna pin. He's gonna pin Killshot or Son of Havoc. What's he gonna do? He pins Killshot, and there's a little bit of discussion, and then afterwards, why is he pinning Killshot? Maybe the reason why Killshot has been more aggressive, and heck, Killshot pinned Mac at Aztec Warfare at the beginning of the season. So I know it was that's what there was. Every man, woman themselves in that match, but it's like there's friction here, really good friction, and it's naturally friction. They're like, oh, now he's pissed that he lost, and not only lost, he gets this person who wasn't his partner, Dante Fox, who I don't know is AWOL, which sucks. Like he wanted to be, they went to war with these guys. They're like, yeah, I went to war with this dude, and I thought we were okay and everything, but now he's gone. We got this other guy who didn't earn the Trios championships. We earned our Trios championships with another partner, Dante Fox, and then Son of Havoc not only is a Trios champion, but now he's like, wait, he got a medallion over me? You pitting him over you choosing him over me? What is wrong? And then he knocked down the medallion, and now it looks like there's going to be a lot more friction. It's going to be interesting. And then we move on to our main event. The Machine Cage taking on the man of 1,000 deaths, Mil Muertes. And this match was really good. Even though they pretty much only just tried to kill themselves, but they didn't try to kill themselves. I mean, they hit every big move on each other moves. Like nice head scissors, not just from Cage, but also Mil Muertes. Some really good stuff there. But my goodness, they killed every single referee that was in there. Just killed them off, and it looked like, Cage might win. Guess who comes back? Wham! The Lucha Underground champion, Pentagon Dark, not only kicks him in the head, kick Cage in the head, but wham, lays out Cage. And thus lays out Cage for the 1, 2, 3 from Mil Muertes. And then he has a medallion. And it looks like he was going to walk. And, it was an okay match. But I wish the match would have been longer. I honestly think it would have been great to have, like a 15-minute. It was like only 7, 8 minutes. But it was a really good 7, 8 minutes. A nice big old hoss match. These guys just killing each other. I wish we'd see more. Who knows? But after the match, you have Katrina. She just licks the life out. She licked the lick of death to all the vanquished opponents of Mil Muertes. But this time, she doesn't. Ever since she's gotten Phoenix's life force, maybe she does not have that connection to death anymore. And Mil Muertes is like, what's going on? And is she move? What does this mean? But yet, as it stands, even though there's friction between Katrina and Mil Muertes, even though this is not the first time you have Mil Muertes and Katrina beefing. I mean, in the early episodes of Lucha Underground, the first season. But yes, it looks like there's gonna, but nonetheless, Mil Muertes has a medallion, and that means he is on one step closer regaining the Lucha Underground championship. And a championship that he hasn't held since season 2. No, since season 1 of Lucha Underground. So yeah, he has not held that championship in a long time. So yeah. But anyway, afterwards, Pentagon Doc had some words for Cage. He told him, don't be all upset, as Cage will get a Lucha Underground championship shot against him next week. So he will do one thing, and he will break. And he says, he will break the machine. And he's like, Pentagon Dark is sterile. Mero. My gosh, this crowd really loves Pentagon. But the show might be over. The wrestling part show is, but then we get the weirdness of the show, at the end stuff here, with the Rabbit Tribe. The Rabbit Tribe, ladies and gentlemen. They finally meet. Paul London, the Rabbit Tribe, with Mascara Singara. He takes Paul London to see the right rabbit. And the right rabbit of Lucha Underground is Killer Cross. He is now the leader of the Rabbit Tribe. Killer Cross. And if you know who from Killer Cross, he has been making impacts. He made an impact of Impact Wrestling. And, he was the, tic-tac-toe killer. But, it's interesting. As he actually made a Twitter response right here. He is the right rabbit, and I love this. Your thoughts, I read them. Your fear, I feel it. Your prayers, I hear them. Your questions, I answer them in due time. For a price, I am the end you seek. I am the white rabbit, as he revealed himself. And now, but yet he asked him, the rabbit tried to do one thing: kill Mascara Saragria, to kill him. And Rabbit Paul Gunn is like, oh no, then he hesitated a bit, but this time, that's the third second, he did. He murdered him, and all the nice V8 sauce, aka blood, split on Paul London. And he's like, wonderful, wonderful, Killer Cross. Like, now all the questions will soon be answered. And he smiles. He's like, yes. It's all coming to this right here. And this is going to be interesting. And I wonder who's that person next to him. Who knows? But now, with this new violent leader of the person who is the White Rabbit, and leading the Rabbit tribe now, who knows what type of insanity that will be going into the temple? Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe he's knows where the gauntlet is. Who knows? Anyway, I enjoyed this, and here's hope. I enjoyed this episode. It's really good, and here's hoping in the next couple episodes will actually, because I can't wait next week, because that's looked really good. Lucha Underground Type Champion Cage versus Pentagon. Pentagon will probably retain here. I don't know who's gonna beat him, because beat Pentagon Dark for the championship. Who knows? Who's gonna beat Pentagon Dark for the Lucha Underground title? I don't know yet. Maybe Cage. I think that would be interesting. Cage. I think maybe Mac could do it. That'd be an undertone story. Maybe Son of Havoc. I mean, that would be interesting. Son of Havoc finally beating getting over the hump, because remember, the gift of the gods. He almost won the gift of the gods in Ultima Lucha Trace, but now he lost to Pentagon Dark. So I would not be surprised that could be a really interesting storyline. Like, he comes close and now he actually wins. That could be really good. So who knows? We don't know who's going to. Maybe Evil East. Who knows? Who's going to be that next person up to win from? Maybe Johnny Mundo can get it back. But who knows? Anyway, we're going to take another break. And when we return, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to finally end off the craziness of the Dukect Lounge. We'll end it with a previewing WWE's most extreme pay-per-view, WWE Extreme Rules. We'll be right back right after this, and some music from, let's see, what other music can we listen to? How about Super Mario RPG Windows to the Stars? How about we listen to a little bit of How about a little bit of Yoster's Sunset? Welcome to Yoster Island by Amphibious. You'll listen to that here live on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this. Thank you so much for listening. You're listening live to Dukect Lounge on TalkShoe.com. Back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me here live on TalkShoe.com. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been a very interesting show. Very interesting, from Skype doing its thing to all the other crazy stuff that happened. We had a nice little stuff here. Skype was doing some real wacky stuff, then all the other stuff, interruptions and everything else. But it's all good. It's all good, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right. We're all good. We're still here. Hi. So yes, we're here. We are here. We are calm. And we are live, of course, here at the Dukect Lounge. So, with that being said, let us get into WWE Extreme Rules in a nice calm way. First, should I even talk about pre-show match? Like I said, pre-show matches don't matter. It doesn't matter about Sandy and New Day. If I think this could be a really good elimination table match, or just say with one person goes through table equals everyone goes through table, which is stupid. But I would want to talk about this match because I think it'll be pretty good. But it's on the pre-show, and I always say this: the pre-show doesn't exist. So let's talk about the matches that actually are important. So first things first, let's get into the Extreme Rules. The one night a year when WWE goes extreme only has 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. 4 matches out of 10 that are gimmick matches. Some of and most of them are stupid. But let's just get into them. First up, Finn Balor taking on Baron Corbin, the Constable Corbin. I don't care for Finn Balor. I don't care for Baron Corbin. I have Finn Balor win because Bargle Flargle. I don't care about the match. Finn Balor wins. Next up is Jeff Hardy, the United States champion, defending his title against Shinsuke Nakamura. I don't care for Nakamura. And Hardy, I mean, the way his promo game has increased, he has done well. And he's been doing the open challenge. I see Nakamura winning a belt because, hey, he won a U.S. championship. So I see him win the U.S. championship here. So he says his mainstream run wasn't a complete failure. So I have Nakamura winning and winning the United States championship. Next up is the Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman, taking on Kevin Owens in a steel cage match. Probably would say Kevin Owens wins here just because all this stuff has been so one-sided, Braun Strowman. But you know what? I think Strowman wins, and Kevin Owens just completely looks embarrassed again. And I don't care about Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens should just be in a mid-card or low-card for a long time. He's just... Ever since winning the Universal title, he has been complete... No, even before that, he's just been so lukewarm and so... And I've been saying this for the longest time. And people have been just coming around. Because, hey, you got to listen to me. Listen to me. When I am on the ground floor. Trust me, when you're on the ground floor with me, Duke City, you can't go wrong. He has been lukewarm since, honestly, after his first match with John Cena, he has been on the ground. He has been mediocre at best. Kevin Owens has been mediocre at best. His booking hasn't helped. It hasn't helped. But overall, he's just been stagnant on the main roster. Very stagnant. And honestly, I want Strowman to just annihilate Kevin Owens so he goes away for a long while. You know, just go away, have him go to Raw and have him turn face. Have him return probably in the fall. Have him turn face eventually just turn face. And just, work himself up back here. Work himself there. Kevin Owens is just at this point, he's reminding me of what Sheamus is. He's done so much in his career, and I'm just meh. And I should not be mehing at this type of person, Kevin Owens. It was and all that stuff. That's just me. Like I said, Strowman wins. Next up in a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental title, the second of gimmick matches. First off, 30-minute Iron Man match. Yeah. Yes, I come on. When I think Iron Man match, it should not be 30 minutes. Because more often than not, these matches themselves go after 30 minutes for little to no reason. 30 minutes. I honestly think AJ Styles and Rusev will go at least 25, or at least 20 minutes. Iron Man matches should only be 60. All right? Ugh. Right. First, because anyway, that's my thing. Iron Man match, 60 minutes. You go. You're in, you're out, bam. It's like an Iron Man. What's next? A 10-minute Iron Man match? Just stupid. Anyway, it's again Dolph Ziggler it's for the Intercontinental Championship. Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. I don't care about this match. I don't care about Dolph Ziggler. I don't care about Seth Rollins. I don't care. I only care about Drew McIntyre. He should be the Intercontinental Champion because Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, they actually did a pretty good match here. I wanted that match. Then we got Dolph Ziggler, the bland Dolph. Please notice me, Senpai Ziggler. Screw this. I don't want this match. This match is going to be just a lot of overselling and a lot of just flopping around and no chemistry and no psychology whatsoever. And I'll have Ziggler win via helping McIntyre. Next up is the Bludgeon Brothers, Harper and Rowan, the tag team champions, SmackDown tag team titles, taking on the team of Hell No, the Reformation of Hell No, Daniel Bryan and Kane. Bludgeon Brothers win, and honestly, I don't know what else they're going to do with Harper and Rowan because they've been doing pretty well. I like them. I think it could be a pretty decent match. Kane can't do much, but he can do some other stuff there. Daniel Bryan, on the other hand, can do some stuff too. They're trying to do the Ascension, and they really are trying to do some stuff. Because, by the way, they still want to do Miz and Daniel Bryan for some reason. I thought we already done this before. I thought Daniel Bryan already proved himself to Miz when he made him tap out for the United States Championship. And after all the stuff, he's already beyond him at this point. I don't know. But yeah, Daniel Bryan, even though they are going to pretty much, it's all conducive if he wants to resign to WWE. And more often than not, I bet he doesn't want to resign there because he doesn't trust the WWE storytelling. So maybe he's just working everybody, waiting till the last minute. I don't know. But I think by the end of this year, Daniel Bryan will probably not be in WWE. He'll probably be chilling in New Japan. Or hell, maybe go to the Temple. And honestly, I wouldn't mind that. Daniel Bryan going to in Lucha Underground. Hell yeah. Let's do it. I would love that. Anyway, next up is the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match as Carmella defends against Asuka. With James Ellsworth will not be a distraction as he will be suspended above the ring in a shark cage. These matches suck. I hate this stuff. I mean, when's the last time? The only time I remember these matches actually are any good was maybe in the 80s when they were actually somewhat decent. But no, they all, more often than not, they're terrible, and they always have some type of convenient, contrivance or whatever. Have someone's going to actually, the person in there interfere. So Carmella wins because of James Ellsworth, and Asuka looks stupid, and such. Then we get to the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship match as Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, the leader of Worlds, taking on the B Team, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. I want to say Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel wins, but I want to say they do. But Bray Wyatt just came back from a really nasty car accident. I don't think he's going to be doing much. Well, he looked pretty fine there, but he's really limited. So I think they will probably drop the belts here. I think they're going to do probably a 3-way thing with Revival, which Lord knows that's going to be fun because Revival is just so goddamn boring. I can't even, where's the NyQuil? They have pretty much the pro wrestling equivalent of NyQuil to me. Ugh. Oh, man. But that's just my personal opinion. Moving on. We get to the Raw Women's Championship, an Extreme Rules match. This will be the only Extreme Rules match, as Nia Jax is looking to regain her Raw Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss, but there's a little added twist here as Ronda Rousey, she will be at ringside. Even though she is still suspended, She bought a ticket and she's at ringside. I wonder if her be on the whole show. That'd be actually nice. She's on the whole show. That'd be really cool. You know, that sort of thing. But I see Alexa Bliss winning via, well, shenanigans and such. I don't see Nia Jax winning. I just don't see it. I see Alexa Bliss winning here, and they will, Ronda Rousey continuing the feud till SummerSlam, where she actually defeats Alexa Bliss. Next up of this is the WWE Championship match, as the phenomenal one AJ Styles takes on the number one contender Rusev, and it is on the Rusev Day. Who is going to win? I want to say my boy Rusev, because it'll be really cool on Rusev Day to win the WWE Championship, go into AJ Styles' house and take the WWE title championship, but I don't see that. I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's probably AJ Styles' best match in a pay-per-view in a long while, since it's not going to be Shinsuke Nakamura for that. It'll be really good there. So I think it's going to be a really good match. AJ, Rusev, AJ will retain here, and they will continue on, since a lot of people, because Vince McMahon's hiring him. In fact, he said, Vince is like, man, I should have hired him 10 years ago. Wow. 10 years ago? I don't know. AJ in 2008 I thought it was really good, but he was still a little bit of I think he's matured, and I think he's done a really good job. AJ Styles, his type of working in New Japan and everything else, helped him out a bit. I mean, that's my personal thing. And then we get to the main event, the real main event of the show, which will close out. Roman Reigns, the big dog, takes on the Dominator, Bobby Lashley. I want Bobby Lashley to win so badly. I just know Roman Reigns is going to win, and Roman's going to go. I like Roman. I do. I've gone to bat with him on this podcast. I've gone to bat with him on Twitter. I've gone back on forums. I go back for Roman Reigns. I do. But he needs to go off on the main event. He needs to go away from the main event scene for a long while. He's failed too many times. I think he needs to go in, take a break. I think I would say he gets hurt a bit here for Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley beats him. And then claims he should be the number one contender. And you have, say, Lashley and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. And you have Braun Strowman come in, cash it, so he will cash in, make it a three-way dance. I would have Strowman win. You have Lashley and Strowman for the fall. I think that would be really good. Roman Reigns is going to be having return, but attack both Night of Champions, have Roman Reigns return, spear both, cost both the match, and just said he's done playing these games. Have the heel turn there. He's just, it just says he is tired of placating. He is tired because I am the guy. Everyone tells me I'm the guy. I get the championships. I am the man. I make the money here. That sort of thing. He goes that. He turns heel finally. Everyone in it's happy, and you have him be around Lashley, be around Strowman and everything. Strowman holds the title for a while. I would have honestly, I would say have Roman win. Have Roman win the. I would have Lashley win the belt, then have Roman win it. I have Roman win it from Strowman. Then have Lashley chase. Have Lashley win it like at the Royal Rumble, and something like that. And you have Strowman win the Royal Rumble. We have the true one-on-one match between Lashley and Strowman. They tear the house down. And I don't know what you do with Roman Reigns. Maybe make it a triple threat. Roman Reigns versus Lashley versus Strowman at WrestleMania. I think that will be, you get these three people separate. I think you could do that. Have Reigns win the belt at, maybe at them, have him hold the title. Make sure no one faces him or something like that. Have a SmackDown guy win the Royal Rumble again. Maybe make it someone else. So they go after the WWE title. Universal title is Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman, all three, and it all comes ahead at WrestleMania. Strowman, Lashley, Reigns for the championship. All different directions there. Strowman, Lashley. It would be really nice to see Lashley win. I think in that big stage, but I don't know. Maybe I think it would be Strowman. It would be would be the most. But then Strowman already won the belt. I would say Lashley, but Lashley's a little bit longer in the tooth. But if you give him enough of the the way you structure it or something, make it say this is Lashley's last hurrah. Someone like that, you build it up. Maybe you can have a Lashley win at WrestleMania, but who knows? Maybe I'm being way too, that's way too far. Maybe, have Reigns retain or something, because the heel reigns and something. The crowd will finally have a positive, this is supposed to react to Roman Reigns winning. But yeah, that's how I would do it, but that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, I would have Lashley win and have Lashley, Strowman, Lesnar, have him around, but I think just give him away, give him his rematch and just have him go away for a long while. That's what I say. That's my personal thing. Have Strowman beats Lesnar, now the champions, clean. Beats him clean. There is no definitive bam, boom. And you want to have Roman get his heat back, have Roman beat him for the number one contendership or whatever at next pay-per-view or whatever. But all in all, I would actually like that. Reigns, Lashley, and Strowman, triple threat at WrestleMania. And honestly, have Reigns turn heel would actually be something like that to really just cement that type of just say he is the guy. Just have him go away from the main event scene for a little bit of while, have him lose here, have him come back, turn him heel, have him that type of connection with the crowd. Hey, it could, because you know what? The way they're doing right now, the ratings are 1.7. They're getting around TNA level, so a shakeup might be needed. So who knows? That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I want to hear what you guys and ladies and everyone else in between think. Leave a comment, all that good stuff. I know T-Cun's going to leave a comment, so I know that's going to be there. So, yeah. What do you think about that, and what do you think they should do? I don't know, but I want to hear what y'all think. Anyway, this is Dukect here. Thanks so much for joining me here on the lounge. This wacky lounge where I'm going to edit most of the stuff out. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. Thanks for being here. Thanks so much for actually staying and being here, listening to the people, listening to me, Dukect here, live on TalkShoe.com. Whew, what a show. Anyways, Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.